I'll record this session. So most of you are aware, so that we are going to learn about storage testing. So we are going to study a course called storage testing. Okay. So at this point, it will look like weird. So outside, we can't see this one in many places, many coaching centers. Okay. So the person who is having the real-time experience on the same technology, they can teach this course. So outside, very less people will teach. Very less competition also. Okay. సో మనం నేర్చుకునే కోర్స్ వచ్చేది స్టోరేజ్ టెస్టింగ్ అనమాట. సో ఇందులో టెస్టింగ్ వచ్చేసి దిస్ ఈస్ ద కోర్ జాబ్ వీ డూ. ఓకే, అండ్ స్టోరేజ్ ఈజ్ ఏ డొమైన్. సో ఇఫ్ ఎనీవన్ ఇన్ ద సాఫ్ట్వేర్ they are working on testing means they have to work on some domain, either it is on the testing or on the development. Okay, so for support it is most of the cases it is applicable also. For some cases they don't know which domain they are working on. Okay, so in our course, after completing our course, we are going to do a job on testing. This is the core job and the domain is storage. Means what is meant by testing? So anyone has any idea on testing?
Product is a process of verifying any software or product is working as per expected behavior or not.
Okay. So testing lo manam chesedi enti edana product konukunte, so if you buy any laptop or mobile phone, if you buy any like marker or notebook, so we will verify that it is working or not. Okay, so that process we call it as a testing. So we are also going to do the same thing, but we are going to test the storage products. Okay, so storage is a product. So we are going to test the product called storage. So what is meant by storage? Any idea? In our day-to-day life, we use a lot of storage devices. It might not be on the electronic only. So we will use
laptops, mobiles.
Okay. So our cupboards, so where we will insert, where we will keep our things. So when it comes to electronics, we use storage devices. Means storage is nothing but it is a place where we keep our things. Right. So when it comes to the electronic data, so like our files or images or photos, so normally we will store on pen drives, memory cards. So what else we use in day-to-day life? We know about CD, DVD,
hard disk.
so hard disk use. Anyone using OneDrive or Google Drive, something like that?
Yeah, I am using, bro.
So OneDrive. So those things will come under cloud. So those are not a physical things, right? So physically we cannot see the Google Drive. So from the Google we can browse the Google Drive and we can store our files there. Means that is a cloud. So RAM is not a storage device. So ROM is an example of our storage device. Okay. So those things, RAM and ROM comes under this hard disk and all over. Okay, so these are the things we know in a day-to-day life that we use for storing our data. So like that, like the individuals, 1 minute. Okay. So individual, so మనకి స్టోర్ చేసుకోవాలంటే మన ఫైల్స్ కానీ ఇమేజెస్ కానీ ఫొటోస్ కానీ వీడియోస్ కానీ మనకి పెన్ డ్రైవ్ సరిపోతుంది. So we need some 32 GB of pen drive, or we need some 64 GB, 128 GB of internal memory. Okay. So when it comes to the enterprise, spelling is an enterprise. Yes, sir. So when it comes to the enterprise,
SC bro.
so when it comes to the enterprise, like a big companies like Flipkart,
Amazon.
so Google, so they also have to store their data, right? So suppose if you are ordering something in Amazon, they have to store your address. So if you are uploading some images to the Facebook, that has to store in the background. So suppose if you are uploaded a video, so you have uploaded one video to Google Drive, or you uploaded our resume to Google Drive, means Google Drive is using backend some storage device. Then only they can store the data. So like that, Facebook, Amazon, Google. So each company, they have to use a storage device in the backend to store their data. Okay. So for them, as a user, for something like 64 GB, 128 GB, this one is not enough for them. Correct. So Facebook is having billions of users. So they have crores of users. So they cannot store their data in 64 or 128 GB of storage space. They need a huge amount of storage space. So we are going to test exactly those kind of devices along with the devices which we use in our day-to-day life. Okay. So those devices, one of the example is storage array. So the enterprise company, they will use a data centers. So anyone heard of data center? So in
Sir.
the newspapers, we will see data center is coming to Hyderabad, data center is coming to Bangalore, like that, right? So those data centers are nothing but where the storage devices sits. Okay. So ఎక్కడైతే స్టోరేజ్ డివైస్ అన్ని ఒక చోట పెడతారో దాన్ని డేటా సెంటర్స్ అంటారు అనమాట. సో అలాంటి డేటా సెంటర్స్ మెయింటైన్ చేస్తారు ఫ్లిప్కార్ట్ కానీ, అమెజాన్ కానీ, గూగుల్ కానీ, ఫేస్బుక్ కానీ. సో లైక్ దట్ వీ హ్యావ్ సో మెనీ కంపెనీస్. సో అలీబాబా, Yahoo, so many companies are there, right? Dell, HP. So any company, they are in the software domain or social media or enterprise domain, they have to use the storage device to store the data, user data. Okay, like banking, you can take banking in the government sector or health sector, medical. So anywhere, if they want to store any file or anything, they have to use the storage device. So we are going to test exactly those kind of devices. So one of the example is storage array. It is nothing but it is a big device that it sits in a data center. Okay. For now, that is enough about the storage array. So now you got some clarity, right? Any doubts here till now? Okay, so this is the work we are going to do and we are going to learn in our course, testing and the storage. So again in testing, there are two types of testing. So if anyone aware, so first one is manual testing.
Manual and automation.
So manual and automation testing. So we have to, so if anyone is in the testing domain, they must aware of automation and manual testing. So manual testing ante మనం మాన్యువల్ గా చేసే పనిని మాన్యువల్ ఇప్పుడు ఏదైనా ప్రొడక్ట్ మనం ల్యాప్టాప్ టెస్ట్ చేస్తుంటే మాన్యువల్ గా టెస్ట్ చేస్తే దాన్ని we call it as manual testing. If you use any scripts or any code or any tools, we call it as automation testing. So in our course also we are going to learn about both manual and automation testing. Okay, so I will write here. So automation testing code రావాలి కాబట్టి we are going to learn about Python scripting. Okay, so we need to write the scripts. For that we use Python scripting, the same one which we have attended the demo this morning. Okay, so like this we will learn about both manual and automation. So again, we will go back to the storage. So as I told, we will test the storage device. Means, so example you take as a hard drive. So to test the hard drive, we cannot test the hard drive as an individual device, right? So we cannot test the hard drive. We need to connect into a laptop. Then only we can store the files. We can copy the file from laptop and we can paste in the hard drive. So like that, CD, memory card also same. Gallo betti memory card test cheyano. We have to insert in the mobile phone. So then only we can test the memory card. So pen drive, Google Drive also same. Okay. So వాటిలన్నిటిని టెస్ట్ చేయాలంటే we need a external device. So if we want to test the pen drive, we need a mobile, laptop or desktop. So if we want to test the memory card, we need a mobile phone. So like that, so in the enterprise, we will call laptop as a server. Okay. So server is nothing but our high-end version of a laptop. So we are going to study about the server also. Okay. అర్థమైందా ఇక్కడ దాకా?
Yes, bro.
సో మనకి ల్యాప్టాప్ పనిచేయాలంటే మనకి ఏం కావాలి? ఇప్పుడు ల్యాప్టాప్ లో లాగిన్ అవ్వాలంటే వాట్ ఈస్ ద మెయిన్ థింగ్?
హార్డ్ డిస్క్.
హార్డ్ డిస్క్. ఓకే. హార్డ్ డిస్క్ అంటే ఏం కావాలి మనకి ల్యాప్టాప్ లో కానీ మొబైల్లో కానీ? ఎస్, ఓఎస్. వి నీడ్ ఏ ఆపరేటింగ్ సిస్టమ్. ఓకే. సో వితౌట్ ద ఆపరేటింగ్ సిస్టమ్ వీ కెన్ నాట్ లాగ్ ఇన్ టు ద ల్యాప్టాప్ ఆర్ మొబైల్. సో మొబైల్లో ఓఎస్ కరప్ట్ అయిపోయింది, సాఫ్ట్వేర్ కరప్ట్ అయిపోయింది. సో మనం పవర్ ఆన్ చేసినా మొబైల్ ఆన్ అవ్వదు. సో ల్యాప్టాప్ లో కూడా సేమ్. సో ద సేమ్ వే in the server also, without the OS, server will not boot up. Okay. So what are the operating system we know till now? So Windows you know, right?
Windows, Linux.
Windows, Linux, Unix.
Windows, Linux and Mac also.
Unix.
Unix.
Mac.
These are the OS we know. So we will so if we want to test the product, so if మనం ఒక పెన్ డ్రైవ్ ఇన్సర్ట్ చేసాం అనుకో ల్యాప్టాప్ లోకి, సో అది విండోస్ ఓఎస్ చేసినా పని చేయాలి, లైనక్స్ చేసినా పని చేయాలి, మ్యాక్ ఓఎస్ చేసినా పని చేయాలి, సో ఐఓఎస్ చేసినా. సో వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు లెర్న్ అబౌట్ ద ఓఎస్, సేమ్ థింగ్ విచ్ వి స్టడీడ్ విండోస్ అండ్ లైనక్స్. వి నీడ్ నాట్ టు లెర్న్ అబౌట్ ద మ్యాక్. ఓకే. ఓకే. విండోస్ అండ్ లైనక్స్ కూడా చదువుకోవాలి. అర్థమైందా? సో హియర్ we will study, we will learn about new operating system that is called ESXi. So that is nothing but VMware virtualization. So this is the new one. So we, along with Windows and Linux, we will learn about ESXi also. That is a VMware virtualization, VMware Enterprise OS. Okay. So this is all about the OS that we learn, and along with this we will learn about some part of networking. So what else we learn? Testing, storage, server, OS, Windows, networking. Okay. So we'll also learn about hardware. Part. So if we look at the high level, we are studying manual testing, automation testing, storage 3 here, server 4, OS 5, Linux 6, ESXi 7, networking 8, and hardware 9. So overall we are studying in 9 subjects, but don't worry. So we will not study in depth of all these subjects. So whichever is required for the real time work. So office lo manam edaithe work chestamo anta varaku chadukuntam. We need not to study, we need not to cover 100% of testing, we need not to cover 100% of Linux, we need not to cover 100% of hardware. Okay. So whatever we use in a real time, I will consolidate and we will study and we will teach. So that part only we are going to learn in our course. Okay. So any doubts still here?
No, Anna.
Okay. So again, I'll write here in a high level, in detail testing, storage, Linux, Windows, ESXi. So ESXi we call it as VMware. So hardware and this one we can combine and study. Testing, storage, Linux, Windows, and Python. Okay. So as you already know from the morning demo, Python is taken care by Kutu. Okay. So all these subjects I will teach. So we will see the duration. So how much time or days it will take for the each subject. Okay. So for testing, it will take 10 days. Storage, it will take 15 to 20 days. So Linux, it will take 7 to, so again, it will take 12 to 15 days. So Windows and Linux, we will cover parallelly. So this one, it will take 6 to 8 days. So networking also, we will cover parallelly with Linux and VMware. Additionally, we can spend 1 day here. So for server, we will study hardly 2 days. And for Python, it will take 45 to 50 days. So overall, how many days it is coming? 10 plus 20, 30, 45, 53. So in high level, it will take 2 months. 2 months for one cycle. So after attending all these classes, so why I told 2 months is Python and these classes will happen parallelly. Okay. So daily you'll have 2 classes. One is Python and so rest of the classes I will take care. So 2 classes in a day, so that it will take 2 months for one cycle. So after 2 months completing, you will again repeat the course. Okay. So so if you start at Linux, so again the cycle will come to Linux. So if you start at Linux, then you will learn about Windows, VMware, networking, server, testing, storage, and you will again come to Linux. Okay, so that is one cycle. If you start at VMware, network, server, Python, testing, storage, Linux, Windows, and you will come to VMware. So that is one cycle. So there is no need to stop after the one cycle. You can attend the classes till you get the grip, and after you get the job also, you can attend the classes. Okay. So after completing the 2 months, so we will learn about the project. Okay. So we will give one real-time project. So after completing the 2 months, we will again attend the classes parallelly, and in parallelly we'll work on this project, resume preparation. So we have some mock interviews. So after that, we'll upload resume, attend interviews. Okay. So when we will do this, so once you get the complete grade, and once you are ready after the mock interviews and resume preparation, so you can upload the resume and attend the interviews. Okay, that is the process we follow here. Okay, so along with this, what we will provide is class recordings. So class recordings will go after each class, both offline and online classes. So interview questions. So mock test, interview. These are also we will give along with the course. So interview questions, mock interviews or mock tests. After the each subject is completed, you can have a repeated classes and class for dedicated time for clearing doubts. Okay. We will take the dedicated hours for clearing the doubts. Okay. Any questions here? For anyone? Okay. No questions, huh?
No.
So like this, we'll okay. So it will take 2 months for one cycle. So you can attend till you get the job, and after getting the job also. So free after getting the job also, we will provide the support. So whatever the help you needed after getting the job, for any doubts in the job or any blockages if we have, we will help. So that is about the course. Okay. So plan accordingly, offline or online class, and let me know. I will add in the respective groups. So from tomorrow, normal Python classes will start for new joinees also. So my class, it will take around 4 to 5 days for the next subject. So from that you can continue. Most of the already attended. Okay. So finally, I will tell about the companies. So most of you are already aware. If anyone is in that group or class group, so you can see where our guys are getting jobs and all. So we will get jobs in very good companies. So like Samsung, WD, SanDisk, Seagate, Hitachi, Toshiba, Sony. You will get in VMware, Nutanix, NetApp. So మన బయట తెలిసిన చాలా తక్కువ కంపెనీస్ ఉంటాయి. సో సామ్సంగ్ we know some people know about Sony. So but these companies are a world number one companies. Okay. So in our domain. So along with so many companies are there. Veritas. So these companies we call it as a product based companies. So along with this, you will get jobs in service based, HCL, TCS, Pro, Ansys, Mindtech, Emphasis. If you start writing, there are so many companies, hundreds of companies. So you will get jobs there also. Any doubts? So are any questions here?
No.
Okay. So this is all about the course we are going to learn. So if no doubts, we can close this session. Yes.